Reprezent.
The label side of things.
But when we did meet, you showed me this idea that you had
Yeah.
for something, and it was called Road.
Righteous, organized, always determined.
Say that
We
again,
are.
bro. Say it again.
Righteous, organized, always determined.
Why Road?
We are the road. That's why.
We are the road.
We are the road. Literally, like the road through humanity, the road to life. The key to life is you take human off Earth, then you're dealing with a completely different Earth. So literally, when I say we, I mean like everybody who's here on behalf of humanity. We are the road. Anything you need to see change, anything you need to see come about, or anything you need to see taken away, it's going to take one of us to spark interest in another one of us, and then it will grow. But without us making this change happen, I don't think the cats and dogs and foxes are working towards what we're working towards. So we're here to tend the land on behalf of God, and we are the road. And that's why righteousness is the first principle.
100%.
You know what I mean? Road's an acronym for righteous, organized, always determined.
Right.
And for me, it's my 3 basic principles. I move into every thought process, every system, and I try and refer and lean on those 3 basic principles. If I start out righteously and I get organized around it and I stay always determined, I just don't see how I'm going to fail.
100%. So coming from North London, you've brushed shoulders with some people that would be considered, cultural pioneers.
Not
Coming
even
from
considered.
North.
That's who they are. They're
Definitely. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I don't want to gas man up and that. You know what I mean? I don't want to gas man up. You came from the grime thing, and then Mr. Suave. Every photo on your Instagram is black and white.
That kind of just happened as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a post from this show, and this is gonna be the first show where I'm moving to color.
There we go.
That's what I feel like I'm doing right now.
You heard it first.
Yeah.
You heard it first. But you came from Smurfy Psycho.
Yeah.
Doing grime.
So that's Heat FM. That's North London. That's Chris J. Shout out Chris J. He's got Roller Nation on Bruce Grove in Tottenham right now.
Right.
That's new. So if you're around North London, you're looking for something to do, there's something called Roller Nation UK. They're on Instagram. It's a roller disco. And Heat FM, Heat FM is that's the platform where all of the North London based MCs, that was our version of the platforms that exist today. So literally, you couldn't be heard as an MC if you weren't on Heat FM. That's 966 was the dial. Chris J was the guy who ran it, and I'm talking about like Chick Munch, Wretch, who else? DJ Ironic, myself, Smurfy Psycho, Cold Society, Musical D, Chain Gang, Combination Camp, Scorcher and Cold Blooded, T, Terminator. Like that's North London, that's Bionic, you know what I mean?
And that's all the people that he was rubbing shoulders with.
Yeah, and we're 14, 15, 16, 17, we're on the 9th or 10th floor of a block of flats in somebody's house who are probably not supposed to be in, or they'll probably...
Definition of pirate radio.
The real pirate radio.
You got your start on pirate, and today you're on a legit radio station.
I know, innit? I know. Look at that. But look at God, bro. Because I remember when this station, I met one of the people involved in this station a long time ago by chance. Yeah, in a pub. I don't even go to the pub, Jem. So I was in a pub. I'm talking a British man's pub, and a man said, "Yeah, he does music." Rah rah rah. Woo, woo, woo. And this is when the station was in Peckham. I went to Peckham on the overhead when I realised that goes there. I got there.
Peckham Rye.
Yeah. And I walked up this road, hella goons outside the block, but it was lit. As soon as you got in there, I could see the vision for why we're here today, and I know it's gonna go further and further. Do you know what I mean?
100%. So why was it important for you to switch from Smurfy Psycho to Teriy Keys Esquire?
It weren't,
It wasn't.
And I feel like somebody asked me the other day in a DM, and his name's Giano. You know Giano.
Yeah.
Vision's
Shout out to Giano.
Yeah, shout out Giano. Shout out to the Vision
Waved in
brand.
full.
Waved in full at Miranda doing bare things. But he said to me, "What, you done with Smurfy Psycho?" And I hesitantly replied, "Yeah, it's just Teriy, because that's who I am. I'm Teriy Keys. I'm the Esquire, the high profile crooked smile." You know what I mean? I'm out here. But nah, he said to me, "Is it finished?" But the way I see it is, it's like, I didn't necessarily say I'm not going to do Smurfy Psycho not more. Like, life intervened, and I wanted to do other things. So around that time, I was with a label. I was signed to Dizzy Rascal and Dirty Stank Recordings. I dropped a mixtape, and I toured extensively, and I felt like I'd seen the fruits of some labor. And coming home from that kind of touring, I'm around the house way too much. Yeah, my grandma, I went back to my grandma's place, and my grandma could see too much of me. She said, "Yo, you're gonna have to figure something out, because I've seen too much of you." So I thought university would be an option. So I went uni, and through university, I guess I outgrew Smurfy Psycho's day to day.
Right.
It's still in me. I'm in the studio now, so I can feel the spirit of Smurfy Psycho lives as I go to skeng certain situations, and I'm spraying bars. I feel like, I definitely want to spray bars again. I like the name Smurfy Psycho because it's not just a nickname. It comes with a whole history for me and the people I know anyway.
Right.
Smurfy is like my pet name amongst my peers, my family, and that. My grandma called me Smurf the other day. It was weird, yeah. But she said she was basically somewhere in a conversation about talking about my brother and rapping. She said, "In it Smurf, in it Smurf." I was
Shout
like,
out
"What?"
to grandma.
That's
Shout
how
out.
I know I'm Smurf. You know what I mean? Because when you start seeing, like, you can call yourself anything or title yourself anything.
Yeah.
But when you see the people really close to you adopt that, and then they see those things in you. So I don't want to say Smurfy Cycle's over, because if you still see it, if my grandma still, then the energy's there. I'm just in a space now where I want to make best use of everything that's inside of me.
100.
Which includes the artistry stuff.
I went through a period where I was like, you know what, I'm too old for Shemzy. Shemzy sounds like a playground name. And I kid you not, like, there's so many family members, some that are in Grenada, and they come over and they calling me Shemzy. And you know, some of them, I only met them once when I was a child. And, you know, when I was a baby, there would be little, you know, childish names that my family would call me, like Shemmy was one. I pray that no one try get comfortable and call me Shemmy on road. It's not that. It really isn't that.
You went back to Grenada the other day though, so what was that like going back as a grown version of Shemzy?
Bro, it was amazing because, true say, I don't really, you know, my Instagram, I don't really put too much and I don't post too much, so I don't really tell people what I'm working on or what my family are doing. But we went out and we done some charity work and in a store that my mum's, you know, been working on. So that
Reprezent.